And greetings, everyone. This is Terry Naturally with another edition of Terry Talks Nutrition. We're here every Saturday and Sunday morning from 8 o'clock until 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. And we are here for you. You know, I say it all the time. You and I are the only ones that can improve our health or otherwise just disregard our health and age faster. Aging is a process. And if we're all taken care of, we can live a long, healthy quality of life. Although if we do not take care of our body, take care of our health, we can slide into, quite a serious deterioration of the body and health. So we're here to share information with you that can help you in a variety of ways to recover your health, regain your health, and to prevent the loss of your health. We can prevent disease. The strongest medicine in the world is the food we eat. It was only our fuel at one time. We only depended on food for our health. And then drugs became a big business. Tons. I can't even believe how much money these drug companies are making today, but primarily off the vaccine. Pfizer made $16 billion of profit in just the last quarter of last year. They're sitting right now on $100 billion of profit. Drugs do not make us healthy. But it seems that is the only medical solution by the medical community, doctors, drug companies. They all want to get on the bandwagon of prescribing more drugs. They have no idea how powerful food is. It's the only fuel that we need to be healthy. But it has to be high quality. It has to be the food our body gets the best full spectrum of vitamins and minerals and nutrients and other accessory food factors that can help our body be healthy. When we miss one or two or more nutrients that our body requires, we become unhealthy. And those unhealthy conditions then are labeled as diseases, and then the drug companies are the only drug companies allowed to prescribe a drug for those conditions. So we believe, or the notion is, that drugs make us healthy. They do not make us healthy. In fact, they make us sicker. And the more drugs we are on, the sicker we become. And then there is absolutely no studies that shows the dangers of the combination of drugs. So if you have been prescribed 2 or 3 or 4 drugs, we don't know what those drugs can do when they combine together in the body. They may be a time bomb. And you may be a statistic dying from drugs and medication. Many cancer patients die from the drugs, not the cancer. And there are many natural medicines, botanical medicines, that can help prevent and reverse many diseases better than drugs. But since there is no really solid regulation of botanical medicines in this country, you have to be very careful of what you buy. Because there are a lot of companies out there that are not good quality companies, and they're selling junk products with the same labels as good products, sometimes at a fraction of the cost, sometimes even more than a good quality product. They are making money putting together a very shoddy product only because people don't know how to buy or what to buy. So go to your health food store. Talk to the people at the store. They generally know what they're talking about. They stock and carry the best quality of products. They're interested in their health as much as you are. When you buy on Amazon, they carry anything. They'll carry everything, good or bad. They're not there to make decisions and judge products. They're interested only in money. If the product sells, they're happy. They don't care if it's a good quality product or a bad, crappy product. So be careful where you buy. Buy trusted products. Buy from trusted retailers. And they will guide you to the products that you should be buying. Or if you have done your own homework already, and you know the brand you want, and you might want to buy it online or at your retail store, either one. But you have to know what you're buying. Don't just buy blinded. Because it's just consumer beware. You have no idea what you're buying. And today, we have a lot of good topics coming up. We're going to talk about curcumin again. The all-in-one solution. And how do you recover from what they call long COVID? Meaning that once you've had COVID infection, you've had the virus attack your body, it has developed into an infection, and now you are recovered. You are testing negative. You are not positively affected. But you have side effects that have stayed with you for a long period of time. Sometimes you may never get over those side effects. We'll talk about that. It's a serious condition. And they don't have drugs to treat long haul. The major after effects of having COVID-19. And does your skin suffer from sugar sag? Yeah. A lot of skin looks very hanging, sagging. How do you recover for a quality of healthy skin texture? And you know what? As I've been saying before, fake products, you just got to be very careful. There's a lot of fake products out there. A lot of adulterated products out there. There are a lot of good quality products, but which ones are the quality products and which ones are the fake products? I can't even tell. And I've been in this business over 50 years. I can't even tell the fakes. You have to take them into a laboratory and analyze them. You don't do that in your kitchen. So how do you know what to buy? And then we'll talk about the drug that destroys and damages your brain and your memory. And then we'll talk about one of my most favorite herbs of all. It is one of the most powerful natural medicines I have ever come across. So we have a lot to talk about and even more, but let's just start getting into some of this really good quality information. Curcumin, the all-in-one solution. Why do we call it the all-in-one solution? Well, that's a term that has come from the Indian culture, from India. They have said the same. They have treasured and hold sacred curcumin as the all-in-one solution. And why? Because it can treat MS. multiple sclerosis, psoriasis, colitis, metabolic syndrome, gum disease, periodontal disease, gingivitis, cancer, pain, arthritis, diabetes, liver disease, asthma, allergies, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, depression. Almost for every and any health problem you can imagine, curcumin will have a very positive effect in preventing, reversing, and regaining your health. Why does curcumin work so well? Well, synthetic drugs might only act on one pathway in the body. So therefore, it only has one benefit. A drug is one molecule. All drugs are just a single molecule. They design that drug to target just one single pathway in the body. And we have thousands of pathways in the body. But the FDA demands very strict research on drugs, because a drug has never been on the face of this earth until it's concocted in a laboratory for some drug company. It's a designer drug. They designed this to affect one pathway, because the FDA demands that the drug company proves that it's safe and effective. And the average time of doing this, of taking a drug from the concept to the pharmacy, is about 10 years. 10 years of research at about $1.5 billion of research. And it's only one molecule. When you look at curcumin or any other plant or medicine, natural herbal product, plants in general, along with curcumin, have hundreds, if not thousands, of molecules in that plant, and have been shown to act on at least hundreds and hundreds of molecular targets that are in the body. So hundreds and hundreds of pathways in the body. So that's why you might hear something like a certain plant does 10, 12, 15 different things. How doctors will throw their hands up and say, drugs can only do one thing. Why do you think herbal medicines can do all that? Well, because nature has hundreds, if not thousands, of molecules in that plant. And so in curcumin, some of those pathways affect neutralizing free radicals, and free radicals are damaging units. And they come from like smoking, pollution, radiation, chemicals in food, preservatives in food. These are all damaging to the cells in the body. And even just breathing causes free radical damage. So we need plenty of antioxidants to neutralize the free radicals. And curcumin is one of the most powerful, I would say, to me, it's the second most powerful antioxidant available today. The one that I like better is grape seed extract. You know, take things like, we all hear how good blueberries are, how healthy they are, and they're a very good antioxidant. And cranberries. Well, blueberry is like a 6,000 on the scale of the free radical damage. It is about a 6,000 on the scale. Cranberries, 9,000. And some of the super berries like mangosteen and goji berries, they may be on the range of 20 to 30,000. And chocolate, and you hear a lot about chocolate, but you know who's doing all the research on chocolate? Mars and Hershey. That way they sell more chocolate. Chocolate is a 40,000 ORAC value. 40,000. Sounds like a lot, right? Curcumin is 1.5 million. And grape seed extract is 2.5 million. Now, when we protect our bodies from free radical damage, we prevent cellular damage. Our cells are damaged. Our cells can be killed off, or they can be harmed or cause cancer. Smoking causes cancer. Chemicals cause cancer. Pesticides cause cancer. Fungicides cause cancer. Roundup causes cancer. All of these things cause cancer because they damage the cells. Our food contains high levels of antioxidants, or they should, but the American diet isn't a healthy diet loaded with antioxidants. The American diet is a death diet, not a health diet. And curcumin can stop viral, bacterial, and fungal infections. It lowers blood sugar and blood pressure, protects the liver, preventing and treating cancer, and neutralizing inflammation, which is the root cause of all disease. Plus, curcumin can relieve pain. Better than drugs, better than Tylenol, better than Celebrex. Curcumin is anti-cancer. Curcumin stops cancer cell formation. We all form cancer from time to time, but our body keeps it in check. But if we are too sick, our immune system is compromised. We are too unhealthy. Cancer cells grow. Cancer cells spread. And curcumin can stop the progression of cancer, the spreading of cancer. And all this without the toxic effects that are normally associated with conventional chemotherapy and radiation. All these drugs and radiation are highly toxic. Let's take a healthy person and give them chemotherapy and radiation, and they're going to be sick. And they're eventually going to die from the chemotherapy and the radiation. So how do you take a sick person who has cancer and treat them with drugs that are so toxic and radiation so toxic? How can we make that person healthy? Impossible. People that get well, even though that they are taking cancer drugs, are getting well in spite of the drugs. And curcumin can also be used in combination with conventional chemotherapy because it helps the treatments work more effectively, so a smaller, less toxic dosage can be effective. So when they prescribe 5-FU for colon cancer, 5-FU is one of the most toxic drugs and has to be monitored very, very carefully. And a lot of people die from the drug use, the drug therapy, rather than from the cancer. And also, it will get to a point where the cancer cells build up a resistance, a shield against chemotherapy because they don't want to die. It's like we have bacteria in our body that doesn't want to die, doesn't want to go away, it wants to thrive. So when we use certain antibiotics, they don't work anymore because these bugs have built up a shield of resistance to the antibiotics. And the same is true in cancer cells. They don't want to die. They want to thrive. They're living off the body. They're growing and being fed by sugar. And curcumin can help drugs, lowering the dose of those drugs, preventing a toxic condition, at least reducing the risk of a toxic condition. So curcumin can help reduce the adverse effects of these treatments as well. Research on curcumin for cancer includes breast cancer, prostate, colon, pancreatic, head and neck cancer, and liver cancer as well. And then top that all off with curcumin safely treating pain, relieving pain without side effects. Okay, prescription and OTC pain relievers can relieve pain, but they can also cause serious side effects where curcumin has no side effects. Prescription and OTC drugs can cause stomach ulcers, increased risk of heart attacks and stroke, and even kill you. Curcumin won't kill you, but work as effectively as many of these drugs. But you have to have a high quality curcumin. Not all curcumin is the same. Curcumin is very, very difficult to be absorbed systemically. So that means when it's in the intestinal tract, it doesn't go through the lining of the intestines to be able to enter into the bloodstream, to circulate through the body, to be able to target all the pathways in the cells of the body. So it's only in the tubing, so to speak. It's like the water is in the hose, but the hose isn't turned on. It doesn't do anything. So when curcumin is in the intestinal tract, if it can't get into the bloodstream, it's lost much of its major effects. So we have to look for a way to increase the absorption of curcumin. And we have found that. And I'll tell you the studies on how you can raise the level of absorbed curcumin many, many times. In fact, curcumin, a special form of curcumin called curcumin BCM95, is 500 times stronger than turmeric and is absorbed up to 700% better. 700%. And curcumin relieves all types of pain with no side effects, no adverse events. And it can reduce pain of muscle pain, joint pain, migraine headache pain, MS and menstrual pain, pain during menopause, back pain, pain from injuries, strains, sprains, and bruises and trauma. It's a remarkable, as they say it, the all-in-one solution. A remarkable compound that makes us healthier without any risk of side effects. So what you should know and remember is, first of all, curcumin is the medicine. I know a lot of people are taking turmeric. Turmeric is the plant. And the plant contains curcumin in the root of the plant, that portion under the ground, but it's only there in about 2 to 4%. Now, the studies that have been done on curcumin, and there have been over 18,000 studies, curcumin has to be absorbed and it has to be concentrated up to 95%. But still, it's not absorbed easily. And curcumin BCM95 is 500 times stronger than turmeric. And the way that curcumin is easily absorbed is by combining it with turmeric essential oil, which is a very safe and effective way to ensure absorption. Some people are using polysorbate 80 to try and increase absorption, a synthetic compound. Some people are trying to use black pepper, which is not the best choice. Black pepper has its own side effects, and it causes more damage. There are 18 to 20 studies that shows that black pepper is not the choice. And anyway, black pepper doesn't work. A compound from black pepper, when it's highly concentrated, called piperine, is the compound that increases absorption. Yes, it does increase absorption, but it increases the absorption of anything that's there at the same time. Toxins, allergens, poisons, anything that's in the system, anything that's in the intestinal tract is absorbed at the same time. Because piperine causes a leaky gut, opens up the walls of the lining of the stomach, and allows a lot more going through than necessary. So you want to look for a curcumin that is combined with anti-cancer ingredients such as grape seed or boswellia, and then to a dosage up to 750 milligrams of enhanced absorption curcumin daily. And in some cases, you can increase that to 1,500 milligrams daily. It has no side effects, no adverse effects, and works on hundreds and hundreds of molecules or pathways, all simultaneously. Very effective. The all-in-one solution. So we're going to pause here for a few moments, come back with some messages, and then we'll be back right after those messages. So stay where you are. We'll come right back. This is Terry Naturally with Terry Talks Nutrition. Welcome back, my friends. We're back here with more information on your health and nutrition. Right here on Terry Talks Nutrition. I'm Terry Naturally. We'll be here together for another 25, 27 minutes to the top of the hour. We got a lot more to cover, a lot more information to be brought your way. So let's talk about COVID-19. We have been dealing with this for almost, 2 years now? I think it started primarily in end of 2019. We suffered through 2020 and 21. 2020 is probably one of the most severe lockdowns. It was crazy. And some of those things never worked. And they made actually hell for most people. Destroyed the economy. It did everything that we wished it would have done. Unfortunately, I think it was, well, not for me to say, but I didn't agree with much of what went on. Anyway. But how do we now recover from what is referred to as long, L-O-N-G, long COVID? Meaning that it's hanging on longer than we would like. Not that we have an infection. When we are positive, when we test positive for COVID-19, that means we have a positive infection. We have the infection within our bodies. We have the virus within our body. We can pass it off to other people. But now we test negative, meaning we no longer have the virus. But a lot of people that have gone through treating COVID-19, whether they were hospitalized or at home, some people had a mild outbreak, some people had a very serious outbreak, some people died, unfortunately. It was not pretty. So now a lot of people who have gone through COVID-19 and test negative, they still have major side effects associated with what is called long, L-O-N-G, long COVID. So how do we deal now with long COVID? And what has happened with this type of virus, some people's immune systems just got so screwed up, it went haywire after COVID infection. The infection was real. And when whatever they used, whether they were hospitalized, medications, whatever they used in order to put out the inflammation and the infection, they recovered, but now many of those people feel like crap. And really what this long COVID is, in fact, they attach a name to it called post-viral illness. It's after the illness and they are now testing negative, but they have this post-viral illness. Many similarities of this post-viral illness or this long COVID, the similarities are almost the same as chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. Fatigue. Some people are always fatigued after going through the infection of COVID-19. Brain fog. They can't think. Short-term memory loss. They're just not able to concentrate. They have headaches. Chest tightness. Shortness of breath are very common symptoms associated with this post-viral illness. Even people who were not severely ill with COVID can suffer from long COVID, and some experts report that 80% of their long COVID patients had only mild initial infections, but still they have major side effects lingering on long after they are now testing negative. One of the major ones I hear from ladies is their hair is falling out quite drastically. So what can we do to improve the quality of life? Well, there is some research done by Dr. Jacob Teitelbaum, MD. He is probably one of the world's experts in fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue. And he recommends the following to aid in recovery of long COVID. And I'll give you his recommendations, and then I'll add on my recommendations. First of all, a good quality daily multivitamin and mineral supplement. I think that is extremely important. I would also add Korean red ginseng for energy and recovery. Dr. Teitelbaum did a study of 200 patients, and they found out that a red ginseng chewable tablet containing 100 milligrams of red ginseng bound to a vegetable starch to increase absorption was 3 times more effectively than capsules of red ginseng. And everybody that was on the red ginseng capsule wanted more capsules because one was not enough. But for those that were doing the chewable tablet, were able to get by with just 1 daily. Also, CoQ10 for cellular energy. And what I would like to add with that, I'd like to add 2 other things. There are many vitamins and minerals that we are very deficient in, which allows us to have to fight against a virus. We have an immune system in our body. I call it my natural vaccine system. It builds up the immune system, right? But we need to have vitamins and minerals that have been researched and specified that are required for a healthy immune system. And it's 4 vitamins and 2 minerals. The vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, and vitamin E. These 4 vitamins are crucial to the health of the immune system. And why do we want our immune system to be healthy? Because that immune system manufactures tools that are like B cells, T cells, all these components to fight against the viral invasion. If a country tries to invade another country, the country that's being invaded better have a very good missile system or a preventative of the invasion, an army with the right tools, the right equipment, the right ammunition to fight against the invader. Well, the virus is invading our body, and it's foreign to the body, not supposed to be there. Our body's equipped by the immune system to prevent the invasion. But we have to have a healthy immune system. 50% of the Americans are fat, over-fat, obese. And 91% of all Americans are overweight. Overweight fat cells are destroying the immune system. Smoking destroys the immune system. Chemicals. We are destroying our immune system, not giving it the ability to prevent the invasion of a virus. And we are very, very deficient in the American diet of the nutrients that are required to make a healthy immune system. Zinc and selenium are extremely crucial to the health of the immune system. Together, zinc and selenium together. All of those together would be a wonderful package. The vitamins and the minerals together, and maybe with elderberry or propolis, would be extremely valuable. But zinc, if you have enough zinc in your cells, the virus cannot enter the cell, cannot reside in the cell, cannot take up a home in your cell. And selenium prevents the cell from becoming a killer. When they have an animal study, half the animals have plenty of zinc, plenty of selenium. They get mildly sick from the virus when it's injected into their body. They don't die. But the other group of animals that are purposely fed a diet without zinc and selenium, 90% of them will die. Zinc and selenium are crucial. And it's been estimated that close to 2 to 3 billion people in the world are deficient in zinc and selenium. Primarily in China, portions of China, not all of China, but portions of China are extremely deficient in selenium and zinc. And all northern Europe are deficient, and many sections of the U.S. as well. So unless you're eating a very high-quality diet with plenty of zinc and selenium and all the other 4 vitamins, take them. Take them as your tools, put it in your toolbox, so to speak, so you can build an immune system to be able to fight against the virus, or any virus, not just COVID-19, but any cold and flu or any other virus or infection. And my best two ingredients I like for fighting against infection is Endographis. Endographis is a very powerful, it's one of the most healthiest botanical medicines we can take to build a overall healthy body structure and function. Endographis is my top. It is, in fact, in research at City of Hope Hospital, in a cancer study with Endographis, they said it was the most powerful anti-cancer herb they've ever seen. It actually could reduce the size of human tumors. 90% of those tumors would regress when they fed those animals Endographis in just 14 days. No drug tested could do the same. Endographis was huge in making animals healthier that were fighting against a tumor. Endographis and propolis, another wonderful substance that the bees collect from trees that is a multi-antimicrobial, kills viruses, bacteria, and fungus. These are powerful for long-haul COVID. A multivitamin, not a daily, one a day, but a multi, meaning 2 or 3 or 4 tablets a day of a product that is a 2 a day or a 4 a day, not a 1 a day. You can't put all the nutrients in one little tablet a day. It's impossible. And right now, when we are under all this viral infection and the toxic world that we live in, you have to go a lot higher than what was recommended 70 or 80 years ago. And then red ginseng chewable tablets for energy, CoQ10 for cellular energy, Endographis, propolis, and then a combination of the 4 vitamins and 2 minerals, zinc and selenium. Very powerful to eliminate the long COVID effects and side effects. Now, this is something the ladies are going to love. Here's where you get rid of all your wrinkles, lady. You know what makes wrinkles? People often wonder what makes wrinkles. Why does the body wrinkle? Well, sugar is one reason. The more sugar you eat, the more your skin will age and start to wrinkle and lose its elasticity. And then your skin becomes flabby. Sugar gives you wrinkles, no doubt. And then also consuming antioxidants to help prevent the damage to the skin. But the more sugar you eat, the faster you will age. Sugar ages your skin. And here's how it does that. It reacts with a protein in the body. Sugar complexes to a protein. It links to a protein, destroying skin elasticity and causing hardening of the skin cell structure. Now, the technical name for this process is the creation of advanced glycation end products. Ages. This is what results from a high sugar diet on the skin. Sagging, bagging, and wrinkles. Typical Americans eating a diet primarily consisting of 70 to 80% sugar and carbohydrates. Oh my gosh. The American diet And primarily this came about because everybody got completely afraid of fats. Fats, the doctors tell us, is going to destroy your heart. You're going to die. You're going to have a stroke. There's nothing wrong with fats. Now, there are bad fats, which you want to avoid. But don't be afraid of the fat you find in meat or eggs or cream or butter or lard or bacon drippings or chicken or duck. They're all fish. All fats are great. They're healthy. We need fats. Or olive oil, coconut oil, wonderful fats. But when Americans became so fearful of fats, they thought the world was going to end if you ate any fat. So Americans started eating more carbohydrates, more sugar. So the American diet is about 70 to 80% sugar and carbohydrates. And 42% of which are refined and processed carbohydrates with added sugars and starchy vegetables like white potato. Avoid it. So how do you protect your skin and turn back the clock on your skin? Well, first of all, cut sugar. Stop eating sugar. Don't drink soft drinks, diet soda or otherwise. They're all bad. And don't drink juice. That's just a concentrated glass of sugar. Eat the fruit and choose fruit that is on the low sugar side. And then add grape seed extract. OPCs are the key compounds that are found in grapeseed. Oligomeric proanthocyanidins. That's what OPC stands for. And it stops the formation of advanced glycation end products. But it's not going to do things overnight. The wrinkles are not going to go away overnight. It's going to take time. But don't add insult to this whole combination by eating sugar. If you don't stop the sugar, don't spend money on anything like creams or potions or anti-aging supplements. Cut sugar first. That's what's causing it. You got to stop the cause. If we don't stop the cause, we're going to spend a lot more money and a lot more time to try to overcome the damage of the cause. Researchers tested 8 grapeseed products for their ability to inhibit advanced glycation end products and found that the higher the OPC content, the greater the inhibition effects. That means the most higher level, the greater content of OPCs, and one that is totally unadulterated. There are a group of compounds, part of the OPC complex, called polyphenols. So you want to look for a grapeseed extract standardized to 99% polyphenols and at least 80% OPCs, and take about 400 milligrams daily. Look for a 400 milligram, probably a soft gel would be probably better. So the 400 milligrams of grapeseed extract is packaged in a soft gel capsule. It keeps it from heat and oxidation or light and oxidation. And then take one daily. If you want to double that dosage, it's okay. There's no side effects. If you just want to make sure, 800 milligrams would be a super duper dosage. This would be very, very effective. But now, this has been studied and researched scientific studies. But the studies avoided sugar. And so must you. Stop the sugar. Reduce it drastically. Reduce your carbohydrates. You can be so healthy and look so great by just making sure that your body is getting all the nutrients and the right accessory food factors to be healthy. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of that program, there's a lot of fake products on the market. Fake? Yeah, fake. The FDA doesn't have time to look at all the products in the health food industry to check which are good and which are not good. First of all, they're harmless in most cases. If they're spiked with drugs, the FDA takes them off the market. But they can't check everything. They can't even stop drugs coming into the country. So they certainly are not going to worry about health food products. So a lot of health food products are junk. You got to be aware. Shop at good health food stores. Trust their information and their knowledge, because 99% of the time they are in the business because they live the business. Do you think Walmart lives the business? Do you think Target lives the business? Do you think Amazon lives the business? They don't. They just sell products. They don't care what they sell, as long as it provides enough revenue to be on the shelf. If it doesn't provide enough revenue to be on the shelf, it's taken off. It's dumped. They deep six it. So you have to be very careful what you buy. Adulteration means another ingredient has been substituted for what is supposed to be in the product. In other words, what it says on the label is not what is in the bottle. There are two kinds of adulteration. Deliberate, intentional adulteration. To make a cheap product, they use a cheap ingredient. Example, like peanut skin, is substituted for an expensive ingredient, grape seed extract. And sometimes adulteration might be accidental. Because of poor quality control and testing, a similar looking plant gets put into the formulation by mistake. Most adulterated natural products, most commonly adulterated categories of products, they often have potential harmful prescription drugs added to them, like weight loss products, muscle building products, sexual enhancement. They spike it with Cialis. But according to the American Botanical Council, these are some of the most commonly adulterated herbal ingredients, so be careful. Elderberry. Grapeseed is number 1. Elderberry is number 2. Number 3 is turmeric. Number 4 is ashwagandha. 5 is ginkgo biloba. And the last is saw palmetto berry. These are the most adulterated because they're expensive. So manufacturers who want to sell more products, they adulterate the product. Maybe it's only half elderberry and half something else that's not beneficial and not expensive, but doesn't have any value. So select your products from a reputable manufacturer and be especially careful about ads on social media. Google reportedly blocks 5,000 fake ads per minute. Get that? Google is not all bad. Google reportedly blocks 5,000 fake ads per minute. Amazing, crazy. So be careful. Buy from who you can trust. Buy the brand that you know you can trust. So with that, my friends, I'm out of time already. So we'll be back here tomorrow, though, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock Central Standard Time on Sunday. So say a prayer for this crazy, insane world. It's got to get better. It's got to get better. Please pray, say your prayers. God bless you, my friends, and God bless this great country.
Thank you for listening to Terry Talks Nutrition Weekly Show. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform, including Apple, Google, and iHeartRadio.